Hey, Merry Christmas, everybody. Thought I'd let you know what's going on. I did some trading. Not all of it is here yet, but big pieces are. I got a Christmas tradition. Usually end up with a bunch of this leftover candy. And it works good for coffee flavoring and sweetening. Before that cup of coffee's gone, that peppermint stick will be completely dissolved. Anyway, so I traded for a number 9. This is a number 9 Griswold, small logo. They started using this logo in 1933, and they went out of business in 1957. So, anyway, this is number 9. I traded for a number 9 favorite Pika. That's the name of the company. Guy I traded with drives a truck. He's home on the weekends, so he sent me one shipment already. He was boxing up this the shipment for the other one, and this favorite Pika, number 9 round griddle, who they went out of business in 1933, by the way. He dropped it on the ground and broke the handle off of it. Put a big crack in the outside rim, and there's a major crack through the center. So he got really perturbed with himself, and he threw it like a discus across his yard and driveway. Sent me a message, asked me what I wanted in its replacement. So he's sending me a CHF, Chicago Hardware Foundry, hammered skillet, whatever. Their favorite went out of business in 1933, and in 1934, Chicago Hardware Foundry, or CHF, bought the company in its entirety. All their molds, all of their patterns, all of their equipment. They hired most of their employees that they could get to move from Pika, Ohio, to Chicago, Illinois. And 1934, I imagine quite a few of them made the trip. So Chicago Hardware Foundry took over where favorite Pika left off. So I'm happy with that trade. Substitution. Anyway, put that away. First part of the trade that he sent was a bread mold. These are about as wide as your finger, or a little bit more than an inch. Fractionally more than an inch. Inch and a eighth, inch and a 16th, say maybe. This is a breadstick pan. It doesn't have any markings on it, but it's in really good shape. I was gonna make some breadsticks in it over Christmas holiday, but I didn't get that done. So next piece is a Birmingham stove and range, a BSR. It's got a pattern number of 3052D, and the tracking numbers for it put this manufactured from the mid 1940s, 1945 to about 1955. This fits the top of the Lodge Sportsman's Grill. It was sold as a fish fryer, but it will you could cook essentially anything in the inside. We got I've got a pan that's essentially the same thing. It's a shallow roaster that we use to cook turkeys in. It's got a big tin aluminum tinted cover that fits the top of it. That's a rectangular one. This one is a obviously it's a rounded one. So you could they started off the Atlanta Stoveworks came up with a hibachi style griddle stove to be used for outdoor kitchens, and they started making a shallow pan like this for heating up let's see if I have one around here. Yeah, I do. For heating up sad irons. So outdoor kitchens and outdoor laundries were a big deal in the southern states, where it stayed hot 9-10 months out of the year. So they had outdoor all the things that produced heat, they moved them outside to an outbuilding. So this was originally designed for laundry use, and then somebody figured out that portable wood burner or charcoal burner or coal burner would work pretty good if you took it down by the water, and the pan for heating up your iron, if you filled that with oil, you could fry a bunch of fish. That started with Atlanta Stoveworks. And then Atlanta, they started a new subdivision called Birmingham Stoveworks, or Birmingham Stove and Range is the official name. They might have bought them out, because Birmingham, they were making iron there. Their first pieces were called Red Mountain because of the red color of the soil on the high ground there. I don't know, whatever reason, Birmingham Stove and Range took over production of the Sportsman's Grill and all of the accessories for the top of the stove. They make a shallow fish fryer, and they make a taller roaster with a lid. Lid flips over. Lid flips over, and it becomes a big frying surface. Also, I've got a version of that made by Cabela's. It's got Cabela's name on it. Not sure who made it. It doesn't have a country of origin on it, so I don't know for sure where it started off. But I'm pretty proud of this trade. I traded a Galaxy 99 short band radio. I used it as a CB when I was over the road. There, I looked up the value of it, and they're sold between $350 and $675 eBay prices. So what I did was I took the 350 divided by 2, which makes it 175, and then I traded from there because the radio was new, but I had stored it for 18 years, so it wasn't new anymore. Anyway, I got this pan. I got the bread stick pan. He sent in the CHF hammered pan and a number 12. It's either a Lodge or a BSR, a really large frying pan. So I'm happy with the trade. He wanted me to come up with a dollar price for the radio, and it's like, no, I'm not going to give you a dollar, but I will trade. And then he came up with the breadstick pan and this one, and I was going to call it good, but then he just kept throwing things on the pile, and I said, well, sure, if you want to ship more iron, I'll be sure to give it a home. He had a bunch of cost him $26 to ship those 2 pieces. So he's already using the radio. He's happy with it. So I sent him a bulletproof microphone to use with it. He decided that he wanted to use his battery powered one, so when he gets tired of putting batteries in it, all he's got to do is plug that big microphone in, and it's good to go. So I'm sure that radio is going to give him years of service, just like it did me. All right, Merry Christmas. I've got to go. We'll see ya.